இப்போ previous example நீங்க நான் என்ன சொன்னேன்னா the previous example of this pipeline implementation. So in the previous example என்ன சொன்னேன், இப்போ நம்ம கிட்ட வந்து we have a input அதே மாதிரி so we have a git out அதே மாதிரி இங்க நம்மளுக்கு இருக்கிறது வந்து AWS over deploy and அதே மாதிரி code pipeline and அதே மாதிரி நம்மளுக்கு என்ன இருக்கு productions. Okay, so இப்போ இந்த மாதிரி தான் நம்ம previously நம்ம pipeline establish பண்ணோம். பட் இந்த மாதிரி இந்த கான்செப்ட் நம்மளுக்கு இப்போ என்னன்னா வெளியில இருந்து நம்ம கொண்டு வரோம் கமிட், அதாவது GitHub வந்து ஒரு எக்ஸ்டர்னல் டூலா கொண்டு வரோம். ஆனா இது என்ன சொல்றாங்கன்னா இது வந்து நம்மளுக்கு என்ன பண்ணுது, commit the versions அப்ளிகேஷனை கமிட் பண்ணுது. இப்ப இந்த கமிட் வந்து நம்மளே AWS இருந்து கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. அதாவது நம்ம இந்த GitHub போகாம AWS குள்ளே நம்ம கமிட் ஃபீச்சர் வந்து நம்ம எஸ்டாப்ளிஷ் பண்ணிக்கலாம், இம்ப்ளிமெண்டேஷன் பண்ணிக்கலாம். ஸோ அதுதான் AWS. இந்த மூலியமா நம்ம என்ன பண்ண முன்னாடி we have created a pipeline. So pipeline created by this particular environment. So for that, what you have to do, you need to store the credentials of the GitHub in the code in the particular code pipeline. Okay, so we need to provide the credentials, and then we have to create a CI/CD pipeline environment using code deploy, and code deploy manages the servers and load balancer. And then code pipeline, via pipeline, source and target, we are connecting and we are establishing where and where between the pipeline is created, maybe using that. So I have already told you, instead of GitHub, you have S3 bucket. So that is, so suppose if you don't want GitHub, you can able to skip this feature. Instead of this, you can have code commit. Okay, so you can, instead of this, you can able to revamp this particular architecture. So what you have to do, instead of this, you have code, and then you have this. So first of all, so this is instead of GitHub, you can have code commit. So that is code commit service, and using code commit, you can able to create you can commit the versions without GitHub. So code commit, AWS code, code deploy with the pipeline. So this we have pipeline, and then you can go for the production. That's why I'm going to show you here the concept of code commit. By code commit, you are going to set up instead of GitHub, you are going to get this. You are going to replace GitHub with code commit, and code commit will do the commit that version. So that's why we have this feature is there, and this is one of the easiest one, because you don't have to bring anything externally like this, and then you don't have to set up a pipeline. So you can set up pipeline very much easily via this method, and you
இது வந்து where are we storing the code commit? S3 இல்லையா?
No, code commit we are storing inside our code. The code will be stored inside code commit using HTTPS protocol. And
Okay.
see here we are not. I'm not using code. Not using code. I'm not using S3, but I'm using code commit feature. Okay, we have code commit
Okay.
there.
So with respect to version management, அது எல்லாமே வந்து it will be stored in code commit.
Code commit,
அது
yes.
physically இங்க ஸ்டோர் ஆயிருக்குமா?
Physically, I have to create a IAM permissions, and then I have to push my repository to code commit. The project which I am going to create from my production server, I have to push to code commit, and via code commit, what will happen? It will keep all those source files, source repository files, and every time I have to push to pipeline, I have to put the credentials. Okay, AWS will give us credentials, and that credentials I need to put every time, and then I have to use git commands, the git CLI commands, git commit, git push. Okay, so that particular command I have to provide, and then via those commands I can create a pipeline.
Okay.
So let's see how we do this. So first of all, you must have set up permissions to do this. First of all, you need to have code deploy EC2 permissions. I have already created, and one more and two more extra things you have to do. This commit. So first, what you have to do, you need to create an IAM user, and you have to give him full access, administrative access, and then you need to create an HTTPS git credentials. That credentials you need to attach everything. So then I have to create a IAM user with that with full access. I have to give him a permission. So what is the highest permission I can give? Administrator permission.
Administration. Yeah.
I have to create a HTTPS. HTTPS git credentials I have to create, and then this I have to AWS will generate, and I have to username and password. And every time when I push my any changes to the every time I'm committing the changes, that changes need to be pushed via these credentials. So these extra two things you have to do, and you need to create a IAM role for the EC2. So IAM role should be IAM role you have to create. You have to create first role for EC2. So that is EC2. This permission. And second, you have to give deploy. What role you have to give there? That is this permission. Okay, so that is why these two things are three extra you have to do, but everything is normal. Everything is same as previous. So let's see how we do this. So first of all, let me go to IAM and create a role. Okay, so I have created role for. I have to create role. I have to create a role for. First, I have to create IAM user, and then this. So let me first create role for EC2. Go to EC2, click next, and provide him without any filters, speed, full access. I don't want filters, I am going to clear a filter. Full access. And then you have to give US. Right.
I think yes, 3 full or clear. You can clear.
I have selected that permission. So, and, okay, so here date apply, code apply role, code apply full access. You have to give access and access. So next, so four permissions are there. Keep this as EC2. And then I have to give one more. I have to create one more role for code deploy. Actually, if you don't want GitHub, okay, you can go for this particular environment. So suppose you feel GitHub, you don't, you can skip that and connect like this. That's why the service is there. So you go to this other roles, code deploy. On the first option, code deploy, and click next. We have to use code deploy role and create this for code deploy. So these two tasks is over. Next, what I do, I have to create IAM user with administrator permissions, and then I have to generate the HTTPS git credentials. So next is that go to the user. I have user, create another user. And let me create a user here, like maybe like and I'm going to give him the programmatic access. So next, and the accessing permissions, I'm going to give him administrator access and then ready user. So user is created. Okay. Go to the user developer, and you can find let's say administrator access. Now go to security credentials. Then you need to get two things. HTTPS git credentials for AWS code commit. You have to get this key. Before you do that, you need to get the access key secret key of this particular user. Okay. Note it down somewhere. So this one is said. This is a secret key. And then you have to note it down that with HTTPS credentials for code commit. Generate the credentials and show and copy this somewhere. So this is so the next thing is everything is fine. No? I can download the credential as well. So next what I do, I'm going to create a I will tell you this one, okay? In the upcoming session, how to use SSH key for AWS code. Now, go to AWS and go to launch one EC2 instance. So before I do that, I have to set up, I have to install AWS code deploy inside that machine. So I have to set up already. So I'm going to use, I can give the user data. this one. Let me copy and go and launch the instance. Okay, select the machine and click next and attach the row. Where is the row? Let me have IO.
Sorry. Last நீங்க சொன்னது புரியல. Next time.
So see, we need to install this code deploy agent, right? In the machine. So that agent I have to attach in user data of the machine. Okay. So this agent I have to attach. This I have done in the previous example as well. So what you do, you have to attach IAM row. Which row?
Code deploy. Okay.
Code deploy. Okay. And next. So this is my server. And then click next, and then select it, and then you have the security group. Make sure security group have required ports open and launch instance. So now instance is getting launched, and after this you have to create a repository in sorry. Okay, so in the code commit, what you have to do, which he's asking that you need to create a repository, just like GitHub. In GitHub, you are creating repository the same way, create repository. And I'm going to give like alpha app, something like that. Repository. So now immediately he will ask me to connect. where is your repository detail, the code. See, the code pull request, commits, branches, everything he will create, just like GitHub. So I can which one?
One question.
Yes.
So these code can be committed by multiple team members, or
yes.
How are we restricting that access? Like if in sometimes like we should not be giving code access.
No, that is why we have an authentication, username, password, right? So those have username, password, they can only commit the code. In case in GitHub, see what I'm telling, in the GitHub, we have two things to understand: public and private. Okay.
Correct.
In GitHub, public means that link can say read only, but anyone can attach and work. But they can't do any changes inside the repository. Because if they want to change anything in the repository, they need to give the credentials, the owner credentials of that repository.
Correct, like developer access, you know.
Yes.
Maintainer means just looking at the code.
Yes. If that repository is private, means you can't use it anywhere. Okay. So you have that the repository restriction. If you are attaching the private, if you there itself will ask the credentials. So like that, you can able to block it.
Okay. No, so sorry. Maybe let me put it this way. So here also we have maintainer, developer, read-only access for the code.
Yes.
And that is maintained in IAM, is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Because every time when I'm connecting that repository, these credentials should be given. These credentials.
Okay.
That's why this first they have to give this access key secret key of the end user. Then only these credentials will work.
Okay.
Because I'm giving him administrator access. So administrator access means he got full permission on that particular operation. So he's a root. So I have made him a temporary root. If I remove the permission, then that's all. This access key secret key itself will not allow. Then they can't reach here up to this. They can reach. They are blocking up to this here itself.
Okay.
So this one is like every time when you push, you need to provide the credentials.
Okay.
So, but verifying this access key secret and access key secret key can be changed anytime. Anytime.
Okay.
So now he's asking how which way you want to clone the URL. Clone HTTP, SSH, or GR. So I use HTTPS. So immediately he will give me the link to clone. Okay. So let me get the link, and this is the link. Okay. Now go to the machine. connect. And let me connect via public IP. Back to my mobile system. So let me go to session and let me go to copy the public IP. So use the private key. So where is the private key? That is doctor. Okay, let me check what is feedback. Okay, DNS. Okay, let no problem. I can connect like this as well. Okay, so go to supervisor. Okay, so that's my I have installed it and I have to give the git. And that URL, which URL? I got it from Open.
HTTPS.
And paste the URL. So immediately he will ask me the username password. Okay. And generally, you know, when I'm not going to give before this, I have to give my credentials. Like, that I have the user.
Sorry, Jay. I was not able to hear you.
I am user access key secret key. I have to give this one.
Okay.
Because then only he will come to know that the user has got the full permission. Otherwise, he never understand that under which because here copy paste then properly.
Enter. Just try giving enter.
Okay. Now the region is the repository. See, I have cloned the repository and go to the repository. Have nothing, right? So he have nothing inside that repository. Now what I do, I'm going to pull my application. Okay, so from my location. This is the one, Perl-work. And copy. And that I paste it here. Okay, so otherwise I will get and here my application, or I can download and copy it, no problem. But I am going to attach the link. And you can see I have that file with me. So what I do, okay, and this is the files which I have. So what I do, I'm going to commit it. Okay, this file inside my inside my repository. Okay, so because that is important, because we need to commit it. And once I commit it, then everything will be pushed to my repository. So how to commit it? So that's why we have so commit, and I have to give the Actually, see, actually here, this you can, what can if you create application, and that particular application need to be, this is a general environment of it. Like you need to, every time we have to
Sorry,
communicate.
this is general.
No, this is a general environment of the Git. You need to commit what are the changes you are bringing. You have to commit it. Okay?
Okay.
You have to commit the changes. Okay, that particular changes you have to move via commands. So we have a Git CLI, a separate environment for where you can able to pull, push, commit, change, branches, merging, and then we have refresh. All those things are coming into the action. Okay. So this I'm going to commit it. How to commit it? So first of all, we have to check the status. So see, he's giving us he's intimating us that this all the things not committed. First of all, I have to add. So how to add? First of all, I have to add all those things. So now you can see the status we added. Is showing in the green color. Next, what I do, I have to commit it. Okay. So you can able to commit it by having. And see, he has done. Now, next is I have to push it. Okay, and it's coming to say. Okay. Push. It's telling me to push like this. Set upstream master. Now he's asking me the username password. So get the username password which I created.
With space இருக்குன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். Last 77.
The password. Okay, so he done the process. Now go to commit, and you can see here the code. And at this time, when this time what will happen? The code has been already pulled. Okay, go to the code, and you can find that repository completely entered in commit. Okay, commit stage. From where? From my
In the code.
From the
commit.
code, yes, from the repository. So now this
Code
is
commit.
done. Now what we have to do? We have to create a code deploy. Okay, so from the code deploy, what I
We have to create the code.
Code deploy, yes.
Code deploy. Okay. உங்க வாய்ஸ் இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் லோவா தான் இருக்கு.
ஒரு நிமிஷம் நான் என்னோட ஹெட்செட் சேஞ்ச் பண்றேன் ஒரு நிமிஷம்.
Okay.
And now you're able to hear me?
Yeah. I was able to hear, but the voice was low.
Okay. I think now better?
Yes.
Now better? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I have to create a code deploy. Okay, go to the first of all create application and create application name. Okay, so what is the name of the application? My name I can give my application one, create application. So inside create a deployment group. Okay, and here my application one, and you need to choose that role which I created for code deploy. Okay? Choose the role. And then you have to go for EC2 instance. Okay, which one? Name? Which one? Prod server. Okay, so here we have the server. Okay, prod server. Scroll down and then scroll down a bit. And then, as I told already, you can keep this. If you want load balancer, you can create a load balancer and attach. Okay, as of now, I'm not attaching load balancer, but I'll tell you the next example how to attach a load balancer and create a deployment group. And now deployment group is created. Now create a pipeline. Okay, go to the pipelines. Create a pipeline. In the pipeline, you can give any name. Okay, so I'm going to give okay, now scroll down and click next. So here, which one is source this time? This time not a
AWS code
S3,
commit.
no GitHub, only code commit.
Code commit.
Select that repository and the branch. So click next, and you can skip the build stage now. And who is the deploy stage? AWS code deploy. And choose that application name and deployment group name, and click next, and then create a pipeline. Okay, so this time we will create a pipeline. And once he created a pipeline, so you see he started to create it. He's in the staging state, and then he will create it. Once he done that, I can able to go to the machine. Copy the public IP and go and see the part. Right. So pipeline is established and he deployed. And see that is success, and this also is a success. So now what I do, I have to do some changes. Okay. Suppose I want to do some changes. Okay. So suppose my developers, my clients say me, I want to do some changes in the repository, and the repository which is already there. Okay. So let me, if I do some changes. Okay. So this is the code. Scroll down and so now, so this is telling that one. Which one? Now I have to
I think git commit is enough. Okay,
so now I commit it. So it's done. And once it's done, again what happened? And then I have to go to push. Ask me the username password. So just remember, anyone doing these changes, will ask credentials. Because this is a private repository. This is not a public. But public also, you will get only read-only permission. You never get full permission to do all those activities. Okay, so it's done. And now that changes has to come immediately into the production. Okay, where is that here? We need to start, see starter, and then go back and refresh, and then the change. This is all. So this is where code commit. So like instead of GitHub, you can keep this documentation, and inside AWS itself, you can have multiple commits. So you don't need to call GitHub and